welcome to today's video. I'm super excited that you are finding value on these videos. And in fact, a few days ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers, and we also hit not the lowest 4,000 watch hours, but 10,000 watch hours. And I must say once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for inviting your friends to watch these videos. I'm super excited. So, in fact, before we go ahead, it's another good thing to have you comment onto all these videos so that I can be providing you with the content that you enjoy. Definitely want to make this particular channel as enjoyable as possible. So today we are going to look at one very nice topic. And this topic is still how to make money, but we have a target in mind. Remember, if you don't make those audacious goals for yourself, you'll never achieve anything. If you wake up every day, you have nothing you're looking forward to, you're not even thinking about what goals you've made in life, then definitely you will never achieve anything. So today's topic looks very unachievable, but let me show you what it's all about. So in today's video, as much as it looks unachievable, I must tell you that it is the best thing that you can do to yourself. Don't make goals that are so easy to achieve, because they will not motivate you. They will not scare you. They will not make you, have a few sleepless nights to be able to achieve. So in today's goal, as I said, it is this one. Can you see it? Today's goal is how to turn your yearly income into monthly income. This is our topic for today. Have you ever thought about this? That if you're employed, you have a certain yearly income, or you add up your salary per month, and at the end of the year, you know what it is. Have you ever thought you could make that a goal to ensure that it becomes your monthly income? We've talked about many ways of multiplying your income, or many ways of investing, but sometimes you also have to put a certain goal, and then you start looking for ways of how you can invest your money to be able to achieve that particular goal you set for yourself. Let's review some 3 points from a book, The Big Money by Napoleon Hill, and let's hear what he says. When money comes in quantities known as the big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. There exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared to a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth, and the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and not to extricate themselves from it, downward to misery and poverty. So look at it this way. There are 2 roads. One is of wealth, the other one is of poverty. And this is what we're going to deal with today. Let's look at the second point from Napoleon Hill. Every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream which carries one to fortune, and the negative emotions form the side which carries one to poverty. Every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of down to poverty. So remember, everybody has seen poverty, but only when you change your thinking process that you can change that to wealth. That's what Napoleon is telling us. And finally, poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may and generally does voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. With this, that point, what do you learn? Is that you must carefully plan and execute those plans. And that's why I always say that first take time. Could be once a year, twice a year, thrice a year, 4 times a year. Take off one day or even 1 week and think through how you're going to plan your life and how you're going to execute those plans. Because as Napoleon says, riches are shy and timid, and they have to be attracted. Remember, you don't chase the riches or the wealth, you attract wealth. And that is why when money comes, it flows towards those people who have accumulated wealth. So it just flows toward that direction for some reason. But you need to be well positioned mentally. You know, it is mental positioning of your mindset actually is the one that determines whether you'll be rich or poor. All right. So poverty is all in the mind. That's what Napoleon Hill is telling us. So then what do you need to do in order to be able to multiply your income, to be able to earn what you're currently earning per year in a month? Is just a mindset shift, right? Because our mindset creates our reality. So you either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. It's not easy, especially if you've always been very fixated and very negative. To shift your mind from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset requires a lot of mental exercises. And that is why sometimes you're told you could actually look for a mentor, a coach, someone who can help you change your perception about yourself to start with. It all starts with perception about yourself. Inculcate the ideas of you can make it, you can actually be wealthy, you can grow. It doesn't matter what other people say, but you need that mental shift. And without it, definitely you can't get anywhere. And once you start growing that, then you start realizing that the law of compensation and how it works. It's the same thing. The law of compensation is again in the same book of Napoleon Hill, the Big Money. The amount of money you earn or you make will always be in exact ratio to the need for what you do, the ability to do it, and the difficulty there will be to replace you. So remember these 3 points. Every time you're taking up a job, whether you're fully employed, whether you're self-employed, whether you're on contract, these 3 points must be in your mind. Is what you know or what you're doing needed? Do people need it? What you're selling, do people need it? Or are you forcing them to buy it? Or are you just, wishful thinking about, whatever you're trying to push to the market? If it's needed, then do you have the ability to do it? Do you have the skill? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the know-how? Do you know how to actually, if it's a training, do you know how to teach that lesson? If it's a product or service, do you know how it works that you can demonstrate to a potential buyer? And thirdly, how difficult is it to replace you, especially for these people, if you're on a payroll, you're employed? Have you mastered your craft in such a way that it's extremely difficult to replace you, or that your employer finds value in what you do that they would not want to lose you? Always remember these 3 points. But the most important point is the second one, the ability to do it. If you're able to do it, then keep doing it, keep mastering your craft, and become a specialist in that one skill or one talent that you have. Because the law of compensation will compensate those people who have that skill and have mastered it. And definitely those are the people who are difficult to replace. And once you've mastered that craft and you've created visibility around your potential clients, for example, or your employer in your organization or in the environment where you live, that means you're not replaceable. And that means you start attracting people who want that skill. If it's a training you're doing, you start attracting your students, new students. They keep referring others to you, and they keep getting, and definitely you keep building your income. Yeah. So when it comes to income earning, there are 3 strategies. And the first one is where you exchange time for money. Everybody who is on a payroll, who is employed, you're actually exchanging your time for money. And a lot of people do that. Even if you're self-employed, you're a consultant, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're exchanging your time for money. And that's where 96% of human beings operate at that level. That will not actually make your annual income, right? Or change your annual income to become a monthly income. Because remember, today's topic is what are the strategies that you can use to ensure that your annual income becomes your monthly income? Because what I'm encouraging you to do is make that a target for the year, right? That you want to ensure that the annual income you earned last year becomes your monthly income this year. So the first level, that will not do that. You'll continue earning the same thing you earn and up to the end of the year. The other category is where you exchange money for money. This is where you invest, you buy, treasury bills, treasury bonds, invest in shares, invest in so many other things. You are multiplying, but it's much better, definitely. And definitely, even if you're employed, definitely that, if you, whatever salary you get, and some of it you actually invest and you buy property with it, it's definitely multiplying. But remember, the end goal is to make your annual income to a monthly income. And the only way to do that is where 1% of human beings operating, or rather 1 in every 100 people operate at that level. And this is where they have multiple sources of income, the MSI. They exchange their time for multiple sources of income. And as somebody said, actually, I don't remember, I think it's Napoleon Hill, who said that the wealthiest people, most of them have a minimum of 7 streams of income. I'm not saying that you start the 7th one, but again, having only one stream of income is too close to none. It's actually too close to having 0, right? Stream of income. So try and have at least 2 to start with. Even if the second one is not bringing as much income as the first one, try and just do something and build it over time. Remember, nothing comes, immediately. You'll have to work on it year in, year out, and most likely within the 5th year, maybe the second stream of income and the first stream of income will be almost equal. You'll be earning almost the same. So what that means is that if there was a problem with one stream, then the other one would cushion the other one. So my advice today for you, as you set the target tonight of making your annual income to become your monthly income, start building a second stream of income. I know majority of you listening to me tonight, you only have one stream of income. Try and build a second one, and do that for the next 1 or 2 years. Don't build too many. Just concentrate on a second one and keep building it, keep modifying it, keep working on it. And maybe within the 3rd year is when you can actually build a 3rd stream of income. Because these things don't come too quickly. You have to work on them for quite a while for them actually to actualize and start, bringing in some, substantial amount of money. All right, so thank you so much for listening in. I hope you found value in this particular video. If you do, please click on the subscribe button and the bell so that you can be reminded every time that we upload new videos. That is once a week, every Saturday. And keep sharing with your friends. I'm happy to know that a lot of you are sharing and that you're finding value in this. And if you want to work with me, I'm coach@lucymunga.com, and you can find me here on YouTube. You can find that particular email there. You can click on it and send me an email. And you can also find me on Facebook, also on amaracampus.com, where you can find some free courses there and, other paid courses which you can use to expand and build your skill set. And thank you so much for now. It's been a pleasure speaking with you tonight. It's a goodbye for now, and see you next week. Bye-bye.